Hello, everybody. Welcome back. PieCover here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. And my focus on this video is about hardware wallets. And also, I want to emphasize the idea what I was saying yesterday, um, or maybe in the last video I made. I was talking about the Bitcoin focus and why Bitcoin is the most important thing out there, and all those altcoins are irrelevant. So I'm gonna go over that, um, and why it's important to focus your time and your energy to Bitcoin, and why this is so important, right? So I wanna if you wanna you know make it to the other side with your Bitcoin, you need to make sure you secure your Bitcoin, right? You need the safest way would be using a hardware wallet. But let's say you have a good amount of Bitcoin you wanna save for future. It's good to use the hardware wallet. You can use a Trezor, which is like um, you know, pretty decent wallet, user friendly, and pretty much you could secure a good amount of Bitcoin on that. One mistake people make is using UTXOs the wrong way. So what does that mean? Well, I'm gonna go over that later. But those are ways you can secure Bitcoin. You can use a hard wallet like Cold Card is also a fantastic way. This wallet is not, if you want, you can use it in a way where it never really connected to the internet. Amazing. So this is a little bit scary for most people. So, but you could, if it does, you can use the Trezor, right? So, and also, if let's say you don't have enough money to go away, full cold storage, you can keep it easy for now, right? Use the Phoenix wallet. Phoenix wallet, it gives you the ability to have your 12 words, 12 Bitcoin core words that you can, use that word, those words, basically. You can use it on any other wallet, right? That any other Bitcoin wallet, basically. You can use those words. You can migrate them to the cold card, right? You can migrate it to a Trezor, right? So it's user agnostic, right? You're not when you're using a wallet, you're not slave to the provider, service provider for the wallet. You can move those words to different wallet, so they don't own those words. You are the owner. So different than an account when you have an account with Twitter or Facebook, those companies they can ban you from the platform, and you can no longer tweet with those accounts. You can no longer use that account, right? But with Bitcoin and Nostr, I'm gonna I'm not gonna have time to talk much about Nostr today, but I want to focus on the wallet. You can use those words, right? Your Bitcoin private key and public keys, and migrate to different wallet providers, right? So Phoenix is an interesting one because now Phoenix you completely own your words, right? So it's a self custodial wallet, right? It's not a custodial wallet. They don't hold your money. So you can open Lightning channels on that wallet, and you own your private keys. The reason why I don't really like Wallet of Satoshi, yes, it's fast, it's easy, simple, but the problem is it's custodial. And some people may not have problem with that, but it's just the fact that the risk we have with things like that, right? You have people holding your money. That's not safe. And there's another improvement that was made with Stablesats, and this is the wallet I think that first came up with that. They come with Stablesats. So this is blank. Yes, you're not holding your own private keys, right? Um, you still trust blank not to steal your money. But for some people, right? Let's say you want to hold like a small amount. Let's say $5 to $50, right? You you're not gonna hold that in blank, right? It will be safer to hold it in Phoenix, and cold card is safer. Basically, Treasury is safer than Phoenix, and cold card would be safer than Treasury. Right? Everything has there's a step, right? I'm just taking you to the step ladders, right? So blank allow you to have Stablesats, and you could download it and try it out yourself. But I'm not gonna say, what to do. Really up to you. But basically, you can use that to have, like a stable coin on Lightning, basically. So your dollars still stay on in dollar term, right? It's like a peg to the dollar, but it's on the Lightning Network. So you can receive on that, you can send on that. So if you have $5 on Stablesats, you can send that $5 to Lightning, um, address, and you will have satoshis. Right? You won't have like Stablesats. You will have satoshis. These satoshis can go up and down in terms of value in USD, but the Stablesats will stay the same. So this is more for people like, let's say, for small merchant who don't wanna have, who are scared of the risk of the price Bitcoin price to drop drastically, and the volatility. So they could use that, right? So that's kind of like a solution for some people. But I promised you guys I wanted to talk about this and why the focus is so much important on Bitcoin. And I want to refresh that to make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay. So this is this page is denominated in BTC, okay, or satoshis. So when I was showing that page, I wanted to show you the reality, and why Bitcoin is the most important thing. Back in when I first started in Bitcoin, crypto in general, basically, Bitcoin is not crypto, but when I first started, I thought it was all the same, right? And I thought it was like Bitcoin plus all the other things. And I started to even chilling some of those things too, because I didn't know. I was stupid and dumb. And I first realized when I first saw that, I think, okay, yes, it's Bitcoin, that's the bigger one, it's the first one, it's the most important one. I thought of that the first time, right? And I realized, okay, I know, because it makes total sense to me that there would be other coin coming out after Bitcoin, because I know humans always want to make money and do things, right? So I said, my first purchase was Bitcoin, like maybe $20 or something like that. But I really sold it after, just like a few days after, because I couldn't handle the volatility. But then after listening to so many shitcoiners on YouTube and all those things, they kind of convinced me to dig into those altcoins things, right? And just go check in there what they have and all those things. But I was not fortunate enough to really understand what was going on, because again, I was stupid and dumb, and I got I let myself take advantage of. So I lost a lot of money in those altcoins. And if I'm not saying you shouldn't try those things, because I did try them and I learned my lesson. But I'm saying if you want to try them, you can just try whatever you want, do whatever you want with your money. But for somebody who cannot afford to lose a lot of money. Okay, if you come here and Bitcoin, it's important to understand why Bitcoin matters, why Bitcoin is important. Because first, in terms of the value, okay, the value of your money or investment or whatever you're saving, here's what you can expect, right? So look at this line when they say ATH, all-time high. This is the price. This is a fresh page, okay, up to date. Basically the performance of all those coins against Bitcoin. In terms of all-time high, you see all the red, 58, 56, 89, 77, right? All those things are negative, 93, 96, okay? So this is Bitcoin Cash, 96% down. Like 92, this is Ethereum Classic. This is the old, this was the first, Ethereum that they forked away to create they rolled back the chain, right? So there's no immutability in those things. They can change anytime, right? I'm just saying this because I've lived into those things for quite a bit now, and I see what went wrong. Like Solana, like they got hacked pretty, like a lot of times, and they change the rules, right? You have Ethereum, you have Cardano. Basically, it's always being forked, right? You have the leader of that project always talking about forking, right? So hard forking, and it is the problem with those things. They keep changing them, right? They keep tweaking the code and all those things, make them more appealing to investors to go pour money into them. So the original owners, right? They have a pre-mine of all of those coins. All these things have a pre-mine, all of them, right? Except Bitcoin. The original Satoshi had to mine his own coin, expend the energy to mine his own coin. At the time, energy cost wasn't that high, yes, right? Right now, the miners are spending like a lot of money to mine one block, right? It's very high. Like the most recent block, I would say, the amount of income basically is about $187,000, right? When you add the transaction fees. So this is how much they are getting. You would expect them to spend at least like 50 to 80% of that money to mine that block, right? So so this is the price to get the Bitcoin. There's a cost to produce Bitcoin, right? As it should be in money. You should have a price to create. Money has to be priced to create. Okay? Don't believe in those modern monetary theory, or you could just print money out of nothing, just like they are doing right now. Print money and save the banks, just save the economy, and this is not like that. And money elasticity, all this clown out there, see, you need like money elasticity to all those things, right? And the problem is when you have elasticity in the money, that means it's like you have a measuring stick that you always changing the measurement, right? If you have a meter, you're always changing how many centimeters to make a meter, right? It doesn't make sense. It has to be fixed, right? So since the beginning, a meter is a meter, right? You can't just change the rules. The same thing. 21 million Bitcoin, 21 billion Bitcoin, 100 million sats per Bitcoin. So when you put all those things in satoshis, right, you see them losing value because they are not fixed. Bitcoin is the only fixed thing in the world, and people say Bitcoin is volatile, but what they are seeing is the volatility in the fiat world, in the crypto world, right? Fiat is crypto, crypto is fiat. If the fiat dollar go to zero, Ethereum is going to zero, everything else is going to zero. Okay, so only Bitcoin will be relevant, and gold and anything that's real. So this is it, right? If you look at, give them enough time, all of them are going to zero against Bitcoin. So this is where I come to the conclusion that all of these things are a waste of time. And again, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just showing you the fact. You can make your own decision afterwards. And I'm not saying don't go try those things. You should, if you think so. Okay, so because sometimes when you're a kid, you always, even your parents say, okay, you touch the stove, you will get burned, but you always want to experience it yourself so you know what is there. So if you can afford to touch and get burned and be fine, that's good. But if you cannot afford to, save your time, if you save yourself some time and some money. That's just my opinion. And by the way, in the short term, you can have like massive like gains, right? You see, like for example, year Solana at 39% year to date, okay? But over a long time, it's 80% down, okay? You have like things like Bitcoin Cash, right? Or year to date, 34%, right? But it's still 96% down from all-time high, okay? So you have, things like, we always have things like that. But over the long term, no, it's all going down, all going to zero. Okay. And again, you need energy to produce Bitcoin, right? So, and nobody can do anything about it, right? It's not gonna change. You're not gonna, mess with it. The nodes out there, no node runners, right? You have your own node, right? Um, they can't change it. They can't change the rules on you, right? So that's that. And let's go check the. I wanted to, show you guys something about the time chain calendar. So for those of you who want more explanation or how to read it, so this is basically the block. This is the block height. This is the coin block we are in today, and so you have over there on top here, you have the block time, the average time. Sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes up. When it's down, that means the blocks are producing a little bit slower. When it's up, that means the blocks are being produced. Um, no, when it's down, sorry, when it's down, the blocks are being produced being produced a little bit faster. Right? When it's up, blocks are being produced slower. And you have um, the next difficulty, right? It's at 2% and approximately. But that's coming in a few days more, like in 2020, in 23 of August, 23rd of August, right? So still have some time to go down or up. You have difficulty. You have hash rate, right? 375 exahash per second. You have the difficulty 52.3, and it's having in 33,034 blocks. You have the supply, right? The supply right now is at 19.46, right? And then you have, like 92.65% of the supply is out there. And this is the block subsidy. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, if you want to know, let's say you want to make a transaction, you want to know what's the block, how much you're gonna pay to include that transaction in the time chain. You go on priority. It's about 11 sats per sat per byte, and you have like it should be about 9 sats per byte to include that transaction, right? Um, yeah, amazing. So, and you have the next halving when the next halving gonna happen. So now, if you wanna donate, let's say you like this website, say okay, let me donate to support that website. Um, You can just go click on how much you want to donate. You want to take, okay, say 10 sats, right? So 10 sats, go and click on it and say, hey, okay, I'm gonna, just show some value back, 10 sats. This is a Bitcoin address, and then you scan that. Right? So, by the way, I have no affiliation, nothing, anything with this website. So I just find value. I feel like, okay, I'm just gonna show them some value back. Right? So scan that. Say, okay, this is uh, this is my appreciation for what they're doing. So, and it only cost me 1 sat to do that. So basically 10 sats of appreciation. Boom, that's it. And then now, yeah, so this is basically how the Bitcoin economy works. So value for value. The same thing. Right? If you go on my um, my channel, this is a video I made about how to connect your own hardware wallet to your Bitcoin server, to a Bitcoin node, a server. So you can go on my channel. You will find this if you want to learn how to do that. I'm gonna okay, didn't like. But if you wanna go, let's say on
Hello,
my sorry guys, if you wanna go on this uh, page like Bitcoin education PieCover. So you go down, you will see the link or you can support the channel as well. Right? So if you wanna tip, if you wanna support, right, these are links you can use to support the channel. Right? 10 sats, check 10 sats this. If you click on this and show you that, like. You can also use tipping.me as well. So those are ways you can support the channel. And PieCover.com as well. I just paid for the domain um, a few days ago. Um, this is like a blog I created a few years ago, I think. And you have a few Bitcoin content there. There's a lot of resources if you want to use to advance your journey in Bitcoin. So I'm just doing my part in educating the public. That's why I say Bitcoin for the people, Bitcoin education only. So yeah, so you just go there, and if you find value, you can also use those links, those addresses to stream your sats. Again, 1 sat, 2 sats, doesn't matter to me. If you find value, if you don't find value, there's no need to, right? So only I deserve what I deserve, right? So anyway, I just yeah. So you wanna use wallets to you wanna use. Let's say you have 1,000 sats, 1,000,000 sats. That it's not too bad. You could still use those wallets, but if you have so yeah. So this is basically how you can use that wallet. This is just the interface, just showing you this. This is your words basically, right? This is the 12 words you can get. You can bring your own 12 words too, by the way. Right? If you generate those another 12 words from a different let's say wallet, you can bring them here. So basically that's it. Right? That's it. I hope you guys enjoy. This was a Sunday video. And if you like, please comment, subscribe, show some love over here. And if you go on the Bitcoin, the channel, so you come all down here, you can show some love here. And yeah. So Twitter, I don't really use Twitter much. You have Nostr. Right? There's a link on the video. I'm gonna put it down there. if you want to follow me on Nostr. But I rather you follow yourself. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye, cover.